Good morning. We still have these excessive heat warnings and heat advisories in effect. The warning in the pink to the north for that heat index up to 108. Springfield is included in the advisory, and counties to the south, that's where we'll have that heat index up to 106. Starting out with lots of sunshine this morning, and it is warm, 76 degrees right now in Springfield. On south winds, it's 73 in Branson, 78 in Joplin, and 79 in Clinton. And of course, it feels oppressive out there with that humidity kicking. It will kick all day today. Temperatures in the low to middle 90s at the pool today, mostly sunny, and a very high UV index of 10. Low to middle 90s area-wide today. Only dropping into the middle 70s tonight, so staying incredibly warm. And then tomorrow, more low to middle 90s. That heat's going to be very similar again through the day tomorrow. The heat index, once you factor in the humidity, it will feel over 100 today and tomorrow, with that heat index around 105 in Springfield, closer to 110 to the north and west. That heat index will stay over 100 through Saturday, still be at uncomfortable and caution levels on Sunday at 100. And then we'll have a cold front come through late Sunday into Monday that will bring us some storms and really knock down that humidity. We're looking at those showers and storms late in the evening and overnight Sunday, and then early on Monday. Much better feeling 80s Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Some relief from the heat. Joe, Lauren. Beginning with what's making news now, a Springfield-based company is raising awareness for families battling rare medical conditions by developing unique social media campaigns and designing custom apparel.
Go Shout Love is the name of the organization, and this month it's devoted to a little girl named Lana. Hannah Zettel joins us live in studio this morning with her story.
That's right, Lauren and Joe. Lana is a social 2-year-old with incredible strength, which makes the perfect theme for the t-shirt designed for her. Half of the profits made will support Lana on her journey with NF1. This month, Lana is being highlighted by Springfield-based Go Shout Love, a company that sells apparel to support children with medical conditions. Doctors diagnosed her with neurofibromatosis type 1 after she showed symptoms of vomiting and unexplained marks on the skin. The condition created multiple rapidly growing tumors behind her eyes, threatening her sight and pressing on parts of her brain. Lana is currently being treated with a trial drug, teaching the world and her mom, Tanya, the meaning of resilience.
In her case, she falls in that rare category where it was spontaneous and she tested negative for NF, but still has NF. She is very resilient. She is always running around playing. She doesn't let it affect her.
You can kick off your weekend by supporting Lana at Potter's House downtown from 1 to 8 this Friday. Go Shout Love merchandise will be available, and all tips plus half drink sales will support Lana. To make a donation or to nominate another family, visit goshout.love.
Hannah Zettel this morning, thank you for that touching story. It's your right to know. We now know the name of the man who crashed an SUV into a Springfield home Tuesday morning. Larry Applegate is facing 3 felony charges. In a probable cause statement, Applegate told police he was using methamphetamines when the crash happened. The incident began in West Springfield when Applegate fled from authorities in a stolen vehicle. The high-speed chase resulted in Applegate crashing the SUV into this home, narrowly missing a teenage girl sleeping in her bed. Applegate then ran on foot but was quickly caught. He and a female passenger were both taken to the hospital and treated for injuries.
Keeping crime into focus now, a judge has denied lowering bond for a Springfield man accused of molesting a 7-year-old last year. Devontae Bullock is facing 2 counts of first-degree child molestation. He was arrested earlier this year following that investigation that started in 2018. According to a statement, he touched the young girl inappropriately on multiple occasions, and his bond remains set at $150,000.
In your education coverage, the Ozark School District is moving ahead with a plan to accommodate new growth in the city by moving into the old FASCO building.
We want to create a space that kids can come in, utilize those talents, and really create.
The inside of the FASCO building will be renovated, and the district will move administrative offices in there, along with making space for other programs. Superintendent Chris Bowman says Ozark is working with many groups to make sure everyone's involved.
We've been really careful to make sure that we're not putting too many things in the box. We want to talk to our community. We want to talk to our business community. We want to talk to our chamber. We want to make sure that we're partnering with all of the people that we need to really create an innovation center that really sets a facility apart that's really special for our kids.
The district also has plans to build elsewhere, but Bowman hopes to get everyone moved into the Fasco building by December.
In your news around the region for you, Oklahoma's largest virtual charter school is accused of embezzling millions of dollars in state funds. The co-founders of Epic Charter Schools allegedly collected more than $10 million over the course of 5 years by illegally inflating enrollment numbers with so-called ghost students. The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation says many parents admitted to enrolling their kids to receive money with no intention of their child actually getting instruction. Epic is a free public school as well. It had more than 21,000 students enrolled last year and received more than $113 million in state funding in the most recent fiscal year. There were also plans for the school to expand into Arkansas. Formal charges against the co-founders, though, have not yet been filed.
In your medical news, Governor Mike Parson is assembling a task force to create an Affordable Care Act waiver. Parson signed the executive order for that. The order also creates a panel to brainstorm ways to reform the state's health insurance market. The order comes after Parson vetoed a bill last week that would have created a similar task force. Parson says he had concerns about a deadline in the bill to apply for the waiver. The bill's deadline was set for December 2020. Parson moved it to January of next year.
New CDC numbers show U.S. overdose deaths declined for the first time in nearly 3 decades to about 69,000 last year. As the opioid epidemic seemed to worsen, a study of DEA data by the Washington Post shows that 76 billion pills between 2006 and 2012 were prescribed. The crisis led to nearly 100,000 deaths during that same time frame. The CDC credits those fewer deaths from heroin and prescription painkillers. However, there was a somewhat continuing growth in deaths involving fentanyl, as well as other drugs like cocaine and methamphetamine. In some more local news for you, the Branson Police Department now has more funds to help its canine unit track down criminals. The unit will receive a donation from the Branson Auto Alliance of more than $5,000. It's an organization raised the funds through its Cars for Canine car show last month. There will be a presentation for the donation today at the Branson Landing at 5:30.
If you're looking for something to do in the air conditioning today, you might head over to the Library Center on South Campbell. New York Times bestselling author Daniel Kraus will be there as part of the library's Summer Scares series. Adults and teens in grades 9 through 12 are invited to attend. Kraus will be discussing his books, his take on the horror genre, and why he thinks horror appeals to so many readers. That event kicks off at 7.
All right, we take a look at what's trending right now and what is happening. We've got a big recall on hummus.
That's right.
Dozens, almost a dozen brands involved in this, some that apply to our region here. 7 Select, Schnucks, Roundy's, Pita Pal, Lantana Hummus, all impacted. Possible listeria contamination. All right, if you want to find your effective product, you can find item numbers on FDA.org. Of course, that is the infection that gives you flu-like symptoms there, so something that everyone needs to really watch out for.
And so many brands involved, you really probably should get online and make sure yours is not affected.
Right.
Another big trend today, of course, after we all made ourselves look old yesterday, there's some news that the Face app it takes more photos than you would probably like. It's a Russian-based company.
Yeah, that's right. And so it's something that it's under the terms and conditions, right? Something that once you click agree, you're giving up those imaging. Just a reminder to everyone about that.
Yeah, props to whoever read the terms and conditions because it wasn't me. So they have my photos. But, you know, I was reading an analyst who looked at this and said all apps have access to a lot of things you probably don't want. So.
I'm going to move right on, though, and send someone to the movies right now, courtesy of us and Chris the Critic. Peggy Van Gorder goes. She loves comedy. She likes How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Oh, great movie.
Congratulations, Peggy. There you go. Pick up your tickets here.
And go this weekend. It's going to be hot. Great place to cool off is a movie theater. 95 feels like 106 today. The extreme heat lasts through Saturday. Some relief early next week.
All right, everyone. Thank you for starting your Thursday morning with us as we take one last look at the sunrise over Branson. We'll see you back here soon and always on OzarksFirst.com.